It's only funny if it's somebody that we all know. It's only funny if it's somebody popular. They're not gonna pick like they're not gonna pick somebody that don't know about that doesn't have a name or that doesn't have anything going on to pull down. Like another person I feel like sometimes we do it's kind of a crab in a barrel. You know, it's like let's pull somebody else down to make ourselves look good.
But you're right. Target the most popular person, the most recognizable person. I mean, I think everybody makes a gap every now and then, every other day at least. But we don't get televised. We don't get put down. We don't get put on national television about our gaps.
Yeah.
But the president of the United States, president of the United States, he makes gaps. He gets put on TV about it every day.
And Chris Rock didn't he do a movie about hair?
I don't know about that.
He did the he's the one who started the natural hair movement.
Hey, really?
Yeah,
Oh, let me
Chris
turn
Rock
this
did a
down. It's
movie. I
loud.
think now I could be wrong. Oh Lord. But I think he called
Um,
he called that.
she was talking heck loud. I'm so glad you came. Girl, I gave up on Euphoria. I can't deal with that. I tried so hard to watch season two because I loved season one. I really, really enjoyed season one. But season two just I don't know. They get new writers or something? It was too much. They was doing too much. Season one, they had the storyline was just better. And I really wanted to see her get off, like I wanted to see her get clean. I wanted to see her family, be restored and all that stuff. But season two was doing too much, job. It was too much for me. When I okay, season one is good. Oh, so I ain't gonna tell a story. But season two, I feel like season two, they really catered to a younger audience. Like they catered to, like high schoolers and 20 some. I know the whole show is not I know I'm not the target audience, but I really enjoyed the first season. For one thing, I try to support anything that Zendaya is doing her, shows and stuff. I try to promote her, support her because she's a Oakland native. She's from the city that I'm from. So I try to support her when she has projects, but season two was too much for me, child. I couldn't deal with it. So you think that the apology was fake? I mean, I feel like all of the apologies were done by their publicist, either the publicist or whoever, their team. The apologies were written by the team. And then, the artist just looks at it and like, yeah, that makes sense. And they release it. But I didn't know that Will Smith and Chris Rock were friends like that. Like they were friends. Like they've been friends for a minute. Cause somebody had posted, oh Lord, a goat got hurt. Somebody let me see, did I save it on my Facebook? Somebody had posted, I didn't save it, but somebody had posted these photos of Will Smith and Chris Rock from it looked like they were in their 20s. Like the first photo looked like they were in their 20s. And then it was like photos of Will, Jada, Chris, and his wife. Then there were photos of Will, Jada, Chris, his wife, the kids when the kids were small. So it looks like their children grew up together. And now this happens? Like they look like they were friends, not just celebrity friends. It looked like they were friends for real, for real. So whatever happened in 2016 or whenever all of that stuff happened, I think it like tarnished their friendship. But I feel like because Chris Rock would not file charges against him, I feel like there's still some underlying bro code friendship there. I do feel like they will eventually be friends again because I do feel like both Will and Jada have very forgiving spirits. Both Will and Jada are very spiritual people, whether people want to believe it or not. And I don't care if it's Scientology or what is the other one that's not Scientology, it's that the whatever the other one is, because I know people were saying for a minute that they were a part of Scientology and um all of this stuff. I It doesn't matter what your spiritual connection is. All spiritualities have a component of forgiveness and love. And if your life is based on those principles alone, forgiveness and love, then I feel like, they will eventually be able to work this out. Because normally it's the people on the outside having more problems with situations than the actual people that's going through it. Just like when content creators, have a little scuffle or whatever here on YouTube, it's always the subscribers that be way more mad than the actual people that may have had words. If the subscribers would shut up and stay out of it sometimes, the two content creators could reconcile. And I feel like if they cut out the noise, stop looking at social media, even though it's everywhere in the world, and I know everybody is asking for an interview, but if they are able to, cut the noise and really sit back and think about what happened, what part in that situation did I play? Because it has been said by TMZ that Chris Rock did not know that Jada had alopecia. He said he didn't know that. And I think had he known that, he would not have said what he said. Okay? I just don't think. Now, he may have made a joke about them, but I don't think it would have been that joke. Okay? Now, it's okay to to poke fun. You're a comedian. It's okay to poke fun at people, but I think some things should be off limits. There should always be a line that even a comedian won't cross. I was listening to somebody's this guy on YouTube. I think something about he's a lawyer. I can't think of his name. But anyway, he said that there was a comedian that went to like a children's cancer facility. And the first joke he made was, haha, most of you are bald like me. And everybody laughed. They thought it was funny. Now, me being the sensitive person that I am, probably would not have found that funny because if I lost all of my hair due to cancer, I don't think there would be a joke. Even if it was funny to other people, it probably would not have been funny to me. Now, the front of my, okay, where is it? Right there. Right there. I'm my hair is really thin. Where is it? Right there. And it has been like that since my thyroid has been acting funny. And I'm self-conscious of it. I normally, will have on a headband, or I normally try to make it so that my twisties will, I try to like squeeze some of the hair over so it just doesn't look like it's a spot right there. And then sometimes I'll be like, I don't care. There's a spot right there. I have major issues with my thyroid. And I was talking to my doctor, and my doctor was like, you are blessed that you still have a head full of thick hair. He said, because a lot of women whose thyroids are like yours, the numbers that you have, don't have as much hair as you do. Their hair is very thin, it's very brittle, it's breaking off. And my hair is very strong. It may look short, because the shrinkage is real, but it's growing. Like that is one thing. My hair is growing. It's just, it just looks short because it shrivels up. That's how, that's that black girl magic that it could just shrink up like that. And I'm blessed, but there are areas where, my hair is thinner than it used to be. I think my thyroid is too low. I think that's what it is. I think. Yeah. I mean, even if I'm careful, I still gain weight. I'm gonna gain weight regardless. But I don't worry about that anymore. I don't worry about I don't gain a lot of weight though. My weight stays. I have a number, and my weight usually stays around there, but I don't lose weight. Like my body is like, nope, we're gonna hold on to that. And when I first started, when I first had my thyroid removed and I really started having problems losing weight, it was depressing for me. Very depressing that I just couldn't lose weight for shit. It just won't go anywhere. And of course, the older you get, the harder it is for you to lose weight. So I've just accepted the fact that this is my size. But for some people, things that I have been able to accept, some other people may not be able to accept that, or you may not be ready to accept that. Like hair is a hard thing for a woman to lose. You just cannot accept the fact that I'm losing my hair. No matter what I do, my hair is gonna fall out. So I have to just buzz cut my hair because if I don't, I'm gonna be walking around looking like patches. So yeah, this thing is just I understand, Jada. Oh, and one other, I'm not ignoring your comments. I'm gonna go back and look at them, but I don't want to forget this point. One thing that has pissed me off is men are saying, why didn't Jada stop him? Why didn't she jump up and stop him? So this whole thing is her fault because she could have kept it from happening. Like she could have stopped Will from going up there. For one thing, I don't think Jada knew that Will was going to do that. If you look at the camera, They weren't sitting right next to each other. Will was sitting here and Jada was kind of sitting off to the side. They She couldn't have grabbed him because it looks like he had to have gotten out of his seat, walked around to where the steps were to get on the stage. And probably by the time he jumped up and hopped on them steps, he was already, because Will had to made up his mind. I'm about to go slap the shit out of him. He had to made up in his mind. And I don't think at that point Jada could have stopped him. And she probably felt like if I get up, it's only going to make things worse. So, Chris, you on your own, bruh. You asked for that. So you got it. But I hate the fact that people are blaming her. Will is a grown man. He made a decision. Just because she is married to him does not mean she could read his mind. She did not know that that man was going to get up and walk on that stage, walk down that stage, pimp slap somebody, and turn around and walk back to his seat. Did you see the look on, what is the girl name? Lupita. Did you see the look on Lupita's face? Lupita was like, oh shit, can somebody save me? I'm in this corner. I don't want to be by this man, Lord. Because Lupita knew with her being that close to Will Smith, the camera was going to be on Will and she was going to be caught in the camera. So at first, her first reaction was this. And then when she realized, okay, this camera is about to be on her whole, it was like she was just frozen in time. I wish I had a time machine. I mean, she was just like, girl, that's why you already got an Oscar. Because honey, when I tell you that it was like, and they said, and scene. She literally showed no emotion whatsoever. Because Lupita was like, you not gonna catch me saying, mouthing nothing, asking, are you okay? She was just like, and I don't blame her. I don't want to be in that shit. She was like, oh shit, God, where's my publicist? Girl, I don't want to see. She was like, okay, look, if they start fighting, how the hell? Because if Chris Rock come down off the stage, how the hell am I gonna get out of? You know, she was, oh shit, I don't want to be here. Because I know my husband. Had that been me, and I had been sitting on the front row, and two men my husband would have came up there and be like, come on, let's go. You'd be like, come on, babe. Let's go, sweetheart. Because if one of these men accidentally hits you, then I'm going to have to be the one to tab this. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, let's go. You are dressed too pretty to be dodging and ducking and trying to go up under the seat and all that kind of stuff behind two men that, egos are raging. Because that's all it was, is Will Smith allowed his ego to get the best of him. And it was just a horrible situation. I am glad that they both apologized. I'm glad that they apologized. And I'm really hoping that this is a teaching moment for both of them, that Chris Rock will understand there are certain things that just ain't funny. And Will Smith understands that you can't just be I don't care how rich you are. You can't just be out here putting your hands on people. You can't just walk up and slap somebody because they said something that you don't like. There is always going to be someone that says something that you don't like. But I really just believe that Will Smith has just been going through too much lately. It's just been too much for him to deal with. We're all human. After a while, we just don't want to hear your wife is this, your wife did this, your family is this, your kids are this, and blah blah. And that what Chris Rock said was just the straw that broke the camel's back. He broke the camel's back right then and he paid for it. Girl, my husband would have shut down the whole Oscars. It would have been horrible. He'd been like, come on, because if one of these men even accidentally hit you, and I'm so dramatic. I would have won an Oscar that night because if something had happened and that fight had came down to where we were, girl, I would have fell out. I would have just been, oh Lord Jesus, help me. I fell, slid all down in the chair, been all on the floor and been screaming and howling and speaking in tongues and everything else. They would have been like, did you get hit? No. Who hit you? Who hit you? Nobody. But I would have been so dramatic. You would have swore I got slapped because I would have fell out. Oh Lord Jesus, help me, Lord! I would have slid all out the chair. It would have been a mess. It would have literally been a mess. I could not have been sitting where Lupita was sitting with a straight face, though. I couldn't have sat there like it would have been so bad when the when the camera panned over to me. I would have been like this. They would have been like, they would have been like, oh my God, look at almost. They would have been like, oh my God, somebody go get almost you. She all in the camera looking. I would have acted so stupid. That's why I can't go nowhere. If I go somewhere and something like that break out, Lord have mercy. Oh, this lady made this pretty shawl. I didn't start back to watching the crochet people because I'm trying to get back into my crochet stuff. Girl, I would have literally turned into a meme that night because I would have had so many faces. It would have been so many faces. I would have been looking at Jada. I'd be like, girl, I would act so stupid. That I would have never got invited back to the Oscars. Because they said this year a lot of Instagram influencers and people who are like really popular on Facebook got invited to the Oscars because I saw Kev on stage and his wife was there. And I was like, how the hell they get invited to the Oscars? But they said, yeah, a lot of Instagram influencers and people who are, and I think they said a few people from YouTube um got an invite. Sir, sit down. They got an invite, but they were kind of having to work because they had to post behind the scenes of the Oscars on their stories and reels. So it wasn't just, oh, we got invited to the Oscars and blah blah blah. No, you got invited to the Oscars and you have to use that for content. But they could have used that for content. Girl, somebody came in through the door and my dog heard it. And now he knows that no one comes in this house but people that live here. He knows that. He knows the chime. He knows the difference between someone coming in through the front door, the garage, or the back door. He can tell the some kind of way. He can, I guess he can hear it. So anytime anybody comes in through the front door, he just goes the hell off. Off. Crazy. And then he'll listen. I guess he can tell like people's, the way people walk or whatever because the door is closed. He'll be like, "Oh, that's so and so," and then he'll lay back down and go back to sleep. But Lord, Terrell Grice was there. Who is that? Is that the real skinny, dark skinned guy? Is that who that is? Phoenix? Oh, she said it was bad behind the scenes. Look like Kev on stage. And his wife, they put up some good behind the scenes content, but that kind of stuff is right up Kev on stage alley. He loves to do that. I'm pretty sure he was the one that did it. I can't see his wife. I don't think she does a lot of content. Hi, beautiful Magic. You just saw the video this morning. How you missed it yesterday? You must have went to sleep early. Is Terrell Grice that is he kind of a thin, um, dark skinned guy? Because I know this other oh, you was at work. Oh, okay. I know this other YouTuber, I can't think of his name either. Yeah, everybody, even in they was even talking about it in China or Korea or somewhere. They were talking about this everywhere, child, across the whole wide world. Can you imagine getting embarrassed like that and it goes all over the world? He had on a red crushed velvet tux. Oh no, this ain't the same person. No, this is this a guy. Yeah, okay, that's the one I saw too. Because the Japanese, I didn't know if it was Japanese or Chinese or Korean or what, but this version, that was the only version that had the audio because the Academy killed the audio of the American version so we couldn't hear Will cussing, even though anybody that can read lips knew he was saying the F word. We could see that. Oh, I would have loved to see what people, but the sad thing about that is Asians feel like that's how all black people act anyway. They really do. In some Asians feel like that's how we are all the time. We're very aggressive. We always fighting, and that's just us. So, because I've seen a few videos on YouTube where the interviewer was like asking people on the street, "What do you think about African American people in America?" And they were like, "Oh, they're lazy, they're uneducated, they're violent." Just every negative stereotype that you could think of, they um said in that video. And it angered me. Like that, like really made me mad because I don't want to go into that. But anyway, yeah, if you want to see it, All you gotta look and see is Koreans or how Asians feel about African Americans in the US. Type that in and a whole bunch of videos will pop up, child. They send their criminals to Africa to colonize it. That China has a lot of stuff going on in Africa. And if the African people don't be careful, the Chinese government is eventually going to end up owning Africa because slowly but surely they are buying up so much land and property in Africa. They want Africa. They don't want the people, but they want the continent. They are doing their best to buy up. And one thing that the Chinese people are doing is the areas that they are purchasing in Africa, they are modernizing those areas because there still is a lot of places in Africa that, are not modern. And when I mean modern, I mean like 24-hour electricity, like running water in the house, modern bathrooms, modern style homes. They still, in some areas of Africa, they're still light years behind America. Like the electricity goes off at a certain time. They only have electricity for so many hours. It's just not, homes are just not built like they are here. So that is one thing about the Chinese that are buying up land and stuff in Africa. They are making things more modernized. Like they're trying to fix their infrastructure for transportation and, making things a little more convenient for the African people. But yeah, that does come with a cost. It's going to come with a cost. China is doing the same thing that America did when they came over here. They doing the same thing to Africa that the white man did when he came to America. The same exact thing. And if they don't be careful, they're going to end up with China owning the majority of um Africa. Well, Ocean and the Orishas are only going to allow them to mess up so much. Believe it or not, it's even Asian people getting into Santeria and voodoo. Asian, Chinese. But one thing about Chinese people is they have always been very, very spiritual people. I can't knock them from that for that. They have a deep spiritual culture. Always have been. The white people are the only people that didn't have no religion. They didn't have shit. They was out here clanking rocks together. Everything they have taken from somebody else. They didn't have no religion. Every culture that they didn't mess with all was already established before they was messing with them. Yeah, I mean, just like African people, they've always, and just like Native Americans, they've always acknowledged and honored their ancestors. Always. And they don't get away from that. We are the only culture that has really allowed the white man to scare us into not honoring our ancestors and losing that connection to source. That's a lot of our problem is we don't honor our ancestors and we don't, yeah, they instilled that fear in us. You don't have to leave the chat. She said, peace out. White woman leaving the chat. Okay. But you don't have to. It ain't like we kicking you out. But I know that's hard to hear, honey. And if you can't take it, then peace out. I know that's hard to hear, but it's real. It is real. Yeah. It's like a lot of them have never had a real connection, but now they want to connect to African spirituality, which has always been weird to me. And it will all like I've tried my hardest to understand, but if something always comes up. Hey RJ, something always comes up and just would choke my understanding of why white people want to honor deities that your ancestors hated. I just I can't understand it. Because the people that I have talked to, like the white people that I have talked to who have come to this tradition seem really interested. You know what I mean? It's not like they know what they're coming into. They know what they're doing and they really seem interested. Like you have to be committed to this because it's not cheap. You know what I mean? To really be initiated, it's not cheap. I'm talking 20, 25, $30,000. If you go to Africa or you go to Cuba, it is cheaper, but you still gonna at least be out of $10,000 because you got to get a plane ticket. You got to get a plane ticket to Africa or Cuba round trip. You have to stay there depending on who your priest is or Babalao is. You have to stay there at least 10 to 14 days after your initial ceremony. So you're going to be there at least 2 weeks. So we're talking, if you can't stay with the priest or whoever is holding your ceremony, you're talking about a hotel for 2 weeks at least. Yeah, clothes and you have to pay everything. Clothes, food, animals that have to be sacrificed, your tools, implements, all of this stuff is coming out of your pocket. So even if you go to Nigeria or Cuba or, wherever, Miami, wherever in the Caribbean you choose to have your ceremony, you're still looking at $10,000. If you do it here in the US, you're looking at $20,000 to $30,000. That's how much it costs because you have to fly in. If the people that are doing your ceremony is not in the same state that you're in, you have to pay for them to come here. So it's some money. Yeah, I mean, I believe that too. I believe that the traditions get diluted when other people come into them because I went to one house and the people were saying, "Oh, this house is vegan. We don't um kill animals." Well, in this tradition, animals are sacrificed. There are animal sacrifices in the Bible. So the old way is for, animals to be used. And so this particular house, they were like, "Oh, we're vegan. We don't believe in sacrificing of animals." Then you're making your own tradition. You're doing your own thing. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with your grandmother, RJ Supreme. I agree with her, and that does happen. That does happen. So it's really hard when you just have to be careful, what houses you go to. If any of you are lurking, the channel does not center the white gaze. Find a white ignorant spiritualist if you want to avoid certain conversations. Yes, we're not going to tiptoe around people's feelings here. Now, I love all people, but if I'm talking about a certain situation and it has to do with the differences between white and black people and that offends you, then it may not, this may not be for you. I'm not going to walk on eggshells on my own channel. I am going to be honest about how I feel about white people practicing a traditionally African spirituality. And I've always done that. You will see that on other videos, and I'm never going to double back on that because that's how I feel. And if that bothers you, then that's your problem because you're not even trying to understand. Because I'm never just flat out disrespectful in my, talking about the difference between white people and black people in spirituality. I'm, never going to call you a name or call you out of your name. And if you don't want to understand that, or you're not ready to have a conversation around that, then this is not the channel for you. It's hard to hear when people talk about, black people in some situations. It's hard for me, but I have sat and listened because I want to get an understanding sometimes of how other people feel. And I think that's the disconnect between white people and black people. When things get difficult for them, "Oh, you're racist. Oh, I have to go." Well, bye. Because you must be the racist. If you can't even listen to what I'm saying, you must be the racist. I don't want black people to express how they feel. Why? Why can't I express how I feel and you listen? You're here for a reason because clearly when you clicked on this live, you saw that I was a brown person. So I'm going to have brown person ideas. So if that bothers you, like Phoenix said, you might need to tiptoe through the tulips because we ain't sparing nobody's feelings over here. That's not how it works. Okay? Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, people have been using animal sacrifices since biblical days. And so you want to come in and say, "Oh no, well, we're all vegans over here." But that's not part of, yeah, girl, block them. I don't care. Shit. I don't care. Um, that's not part of the tradition. So that's part of the reason why I'm always leery when I see them in those spaces. I get leery. Yeah, there is a difference. Okay, there is a difference between authentic and generic. And now that everybody now that more people are, getting information. I keep saying because of a lot of black people came to want to know about the Orishas because of Beyonce. A lot of people, a lot of people that emailed me were like, what is this thing Beyonce is doing? Everybody is saying Beyonce is Oshun. Can you tell me? Because me and my husband, this is an old video. Me and my husband had did a video about one of Oshun's. I don't think it was Lemonade. I think it was before Lemonade. What did she do before Lemonade that everybody was talking about? But we had did a video together where we was talking about, let me see. Let me see if I can find a video. Okay. So, okay. Okay. It was 5 years ago. And the video is Who is Oshun? And the this is a really good video because my husband edited this video and he put like all, okay, I can show you. I can't turn it on because I think that music is copywritten. Wait, let me show you the first part. Wait a minute. Okay. Are you gonna play? Yeah, it is. He edited this. Go back and watch this video. This is where it started. This was 5 years ago. And after I made this video, people just flooded my email. Who is this? Is this Beyonce? Is Beyonce doing this? How do I do it? How do I, cuz and everybody was like, is Beyonce Oshun? Because I want to be it. I want to be like Beyonce. That was the whole thing. Like I had a few videos back then, and you can see how this video had 34,000 views. That was a lot of views for me back then. The other one has 22,000 views. Everybody wanted to be Beyonce. They wanted to be Oshun because of Beyonce. And people flooded my inbox. How do I be it? Who is that? Who is she? Who is she talking about? Who is the Orishas? I want. How do I find out? I think that's what started it for a lot of people. And I really wish that Beyonce could be more open about her journey because I do believe that Beyonce and Jay-Z went to Cuba and were made. Because normally, if a person is married and they get made, before they get made, normally the Orishas will want the husband and wife to come and be made together. So their ceremony would have been together, and then that would make Beyonce and Jay-Z twins. So I really feel like Beyonce is Oshun and Jay-Z is Shango. I really believe that because they went to Cuba. It was interesting that they were in Cuba. They did post a few pictures, and the media had found out that they were in Cuba. And I said, oh, okay. All right. They didn't went to Cuba and, did what they had to do and came on back to the United States, because I heard in Cuba, when you get married, they don't shave your entire head. They just they shave just a little spot big enough to do what they have to do, and you can close your hair around that. And I know it would have been really difficult for Beyonce for her Yawo year, for her to be in white all year, head covered all year. That would have been difficult for both of them, to just kind of like drop out of sight for a whole year. So I think that they did things a little different because of who they are. And Solange is Yemaya. I can see that. So it's interesting. They dropped Oshun and Shango music. I believe it. I believe that that's who they are. And I believe that they both, um, when they went to Cuba, they had their heads marked in Cuba. And that is an official, they probably went through the official ceremony there, and they just came back to the United States as priests. I always believe that. I really wish, though, that she could be more open with um her journey. Hey, honeybee. I wish she could be more open with her journey, because it really would help a lot of people, because a lot of people are interested. And at that time, that was 5 years ago. She was only dropping nuggets at that time. So at that time, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I think she, just kind of like getting into it, or, whatever. I didn't know. I didn't really think at that time she had went through a complete ceremony, but now I do. I believe that they have both um, had a complete ceremony, and if they have, then their children more than likely will also, if they haven't already. You in a Facebook group where some of the people talked about her initiation. What they say? She named them in Black Parade. But I remember Jay mentioning in this spiritual shit works on 444, or that joint album that they made. What did they say about her initiation? Girl, what Facebook group you in? Oh, that her mom didn't approve. Maybe she didn't know, what she was trying to, or what she was doing. And her mom might know and just didn't want her to do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody in Beyonce's family, because this is not something that you just pick up one day and decide that you're going to do. Oh, yeah, they do. A lot of them do. That's one of the reasons why I got out of some of the hoodoo groups that I was in, because there was so many of them in there just doing too much. And I just couldn't take it. Her mother does realize, and her mother probably was, just like, oh, if people find out, this could, ruin your career, because there are a lot of people that practice and don't say nothing. You know what I mean? That, we don't know because they don't show anything um outwardly. Let me see if this comes up. Is this going to list the celebrities or what? Okay, so they have D'Angelo as one. So they says he practiced Santeria and Palo. Oh, there's a picture of him with his Alekas. I've never seen this. So D'Angelo, who else? Usher. So they said he is a child of Shango. Okay, I know who the guy from the Blood Diamonds dude. I can't pronounce his name. I would think he was because I know he African. It doesn't say who he is a child of. Oh, he practiced voodoo. Iyanla, we know Iyanla for sure. Forrest Whitaker, I've heard that Forrest Whitaker is a child of Shango. And this article says Danny Glover is a priest in Ifa. Celia Cruz, she look Cuban. Oh, she is. Oh, she is a priestess of Elegua. Angelique Kidojo. I don't know who that is. She's a priestess of Yemaya. Up, Beyonce and Jay Z. The Carters. Let's see what they have them as. Shango, Oshun and Shango. And Shaka Khan. They have Shaka Khan listed as a child of Shango, but I thought she was a child of Oshun. I've heard she was a child of Oshun. Desi Arnaz. I knew Desi Arnaz was Lucy's husband. Ricky Ricardo. I think he is a child of Babaluae. I've seen many songs that he has sang to Babaluaye, and he was a drummer. So he is Cuban. So that makes a lot of sense. Jennifer Lopez. Hmm. And this article says Cardi B practices Santeria and Palo. So they said that that huge peacock tatted on her back is an ode to Oshun. I didn't know that. Oh, Amara La Negra. Wasn't she on one of the Love and Hip Hop shows? Yeah, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let's see, who do they have her listed? She said her mother practices Santeria, but she doesn't. But it is in her family. Okay. Now this one, I don't know. Malcolm X? I don't know if I believe that. Okay. So they said, never will I deny El Haj Malik Shabazz, aka Malcolm X, commitment and submission to Islam and his devotion to be an exemplary Muslim. But it is known that he traveled to Nigeria. While there, he was given the Yoruba name Omowale. You know, my Yoruba is horrible. By students at the University of Ibadan, and Omowale translates to child has come home or returned. So he didn't practice, but he was given a Yoruba name. So that's interesting. Diane Reeves. She is a jazz singer. I don't know who she is. She is a child of Yemiya. India Ari. I can see that. And I think I remember seeing India Ari with her Alekes on a few times. Let's see. Who do they say that she is a child of? It doesn't say. Erica Badu. It doesn't. Oh, oh yeah. Hmm, I can see that. Fat Joe. It doesn't say who. Kevin Gates. Now that's strange because I thought that Kevin Gates was a Muslim. So it says he has practiced Santeria and that he has Louisiana roots and that his wife, Draca, practices voodoo. And that's all that this article listed. So there are a lot of people that you would know unless you were researching. I've read other articles too that didn't list some of these people. Both Bay and Solange have certain eyes. I just knew they practiced something else. India's not a surprise for me either. I knew she was. And I knew Erica Badu did something. I don't think Erica Badu is a priest though. I just think she practices because she is very close to Queen Afua, and I think Queen Afua practices, but I don't think she's been initiated. Kevin Gates probably does like Catholics do. He seems yeah, Kevin, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never been into Kevin Gates or his music like that. I don't know. But I thought he was a Muslim. Like I thought he was really into um but we never know because a lot of people that practice, keep that side of them hid because there is such a stigma against people being anything other than, like Christian or Baptist or Catholic or Muslim. Like those religions are accepted, but if you do anything outside of that, then people look at you like, "Ooh, what? You out here doing voodoo? You trying to hurt somebody?" Because even Iyanla wrote things in her books that she don't show people like on her shows or anything like that. Like she's never really went into that because I think she feels like it's not accepted. So yeah, I do too. I think Erica Badu just do what she want to do. Oh, Queen Afua is Erica Badu's godmother. I can see that. I can see her doing that. But I think she just practiced. I don't think that um I now the one person I'm surprised about is Usher. I'm really surprised about him. Like I had never heard that one before. I've heard a lot of other people, but not Usher. Yeah, she did. And she had another show be back in the day. She had a show that she was on with this. They were kind of like counselors or life coaches or something. And I think she had tried to kind of bring it out on that show. And certain people, you know, started saying, well, did she do voodoo? Or, like it started to come out. And then it kind of like she started hiding stuff. Because I have seen her before with her Alekes and her Ide um at like some kind of event that she did, and people were putting comments on the you know under that video was saying stuff like, oh, she must practice Ifa or Santeria or she doing voodoo or something. And the comments got ugly quick. And I never saw her again with um wearing anything that pertained to um pertained to it. I saw a photo of his beads once. Who? Usher? Ushers? Yeah, girl, see, I'm shocked. I'm about to look it up and see if I can find a picture of him with his Alekes. Oh, there are pictures of him. Okay. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Okay. So I guess this picture was circulating on Facebook and it says, "Are those Alekes on Usher?" Can y'all see them? Child, I done found the newfound love for Usher. I didn't know that he practiced. Who is this right here? I know this dude a celebrity. Wait a minute. Ain't this Future? Future? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Future? I never would have thought Future. Future? Oh, he got to be a child of Shango. He got to be. I know he a child of Shango. I know he is. I know he definitely is a child of Shango, child. He act like it. Yeah, there are a lot of pictures of Usher his um with his Alekes. A lot. I'm shocked. Yo, I'm shocked. I can't believe it. Oh, he must have got made in Cuba. He must have got made in Cuba. That's interesting. That just makes my heart feel good. I can see D'Angelo because I always felt that D'Angelo was a lot deeper than just handsome. I always felt like he had something below the surface. That's a nice picture of him too. I know he's a little, he's put on a little bit of weight, but that's a nice picture. Phoenix talking about I wouldn't want to be in his house. Who's in Future? Girl, Future's house is probably funny. Just okay. If Future is a child of Shango, he is doing what Shango men do. They're womenizers. They love women. They love to party. They love to spend money. They love to live lavish. They love women. So I can see Future. I'm just surprised because I really didn't think there was any type of, you know, I'm shocked. That one, I'm shocked with Future and Usher because I didn't think that Usher had, I didn't think that Usher had. I ordered my food from DoorDash. And I guess I didn't have my glasses on when I ordered my drink because I don't like regular Mountain Dew. I like the Baja Blast. And I must have clicked on The regular one. Nah, I drink that mess. The regular one tastes like medicine to me. I only like the Baja Blast. Well, I'm happy to see that so many people that we didn't know are out here practicing. It's more people in um you know and that's only the people that have come out and shown who they are. And it's other people out here that are probably practicing, and we I spilled some water on my shirt, and we don't know anything about it because for whatever reason they keep it a secret. Sometimes they have to keep it a secret. They're not supposed, they may have in their ita, which is their, very serious reading, they may have been told not to tell people. Okay, KK, they may have been told not, that that's something that they shouldn't talk about. So they don't. My slipper fell off. I'm trying to get it, y'all. Like, what the hell is she doing? I'm trying to reach my slipper. It fell off my foot. I got it. What you looking at? Funny looking? Looking at me all crazy. I got my little granny jacket on. So that's it, y'all. Everybody didn't apologize. So hopefully we can move on. Maybe somebody else will be trending um by tomorrow. But people ain't gonna move on. People still talking about it. They still gonna be talking about it. They can't move on. It's over, but people still gonna talk about it, y'all. I almost had to cuss this woman out today on Facebook because I do reels right on Facebook, and I did one, and it was Gizmo. I had put Gizmo. I be doing a whole bunch of reels with Gizmo, right? And I did this reel, and this woman gonna put in the comments, he looks sad. What? He looks sad where? She was like, "Oh, he just looks sad. What would he have to be sad about? This dog probably living better than you. He don't have nothing to be sad about. He was sleepy, and he was just like, he didn't want to be bothered. He didn't want me to put the camera in his face, but you gonna make this video sad. This dog is living the life. This dog gets up every morning and have dog food with sausage cut up in it, or eggs, or a little bit of cream of wheat. Like, this dog is living the life that some humans wish they could live. And he looks sad. I was like, no, honey, he is definitely not sad. This dog gets treated like a child. Okay? He probably got more toys than your children. So he definitely ain't sad. Don't you say nothing about my baby. You say something about Gizmo, I'll be ready to fight. I mean, he laying up here now, just kick back, watching TV on a pillow. This dog has no reason to be sad. And Gizmo gets more views on his reels. He damn near get more views on his reels than I do. Look, one of his reels got 3,000 views. He doing better than me. Shit. I told him. I said, I'm gonna use you. You gonna get me into that Reels program. And if you do, that'll be more money for you. So you gonna make these videos. I ain't got no kid. You the closest to a child. You gonna make these videos. You gonna be cute. That's one thing you gonna do. You gonna be cute. It's I told my what time is it? Oh, it's too late to call her because it's probably like 10 o'clock there. Cause she live in Oklahoma and we 3 hours apart. I told my god sister that I wanted another reading. I need to see where I am because I haven't had a reading in a while. I just need to, even though there's nothing going on with me, like, it's not like I need a reading to tell me, am I going in the right direction or, whatever. It's not like that. I just want to get one to get one. Shit. Y'all ain't gonna stop these memes, huh? This fool said Will Smith hit me too. These memes gonna go on forever. If you follow me on Instagram, you need to send me a message and let me know who you are because I don't be following. If I don't know you, I'm not gonna follow you back. But if you let me know who you are, I will be like, "It's me, almost sure," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'll follow you back." But if I don't know you, like if I can't match your Instagram name to have seen you in the chat here on YouTube, I'm not gonna follow you back. But if you tell me who you are, I'll follow you back. Does that make sense? It should. Okay, they doing too much. Then they posted this one with August Alsina, and it said, "I'm glad Will stood up for our chick." Our. I don't know. I hope it's over though, and I hope. Um. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It says Chris Rock's team shuts down apology circulating online. So that wasn't his apology. It says Chris Rock has not yet issued a statement. There is a statement going around purporting to be from Chris Rock that is not from him per his team. It's one that starts as a comedian. It can be difficult to understand. And that's the one that I shared on my community wall. That ain't him, y'all. He didn't apologize. Plot twist. He didn't say that. Chris Rock ain't saying shit. He's still mad, y'all. That ain't his apology. So ain't nobody apologized but Will Smith. Chris Rock ain't apologized. Lord, I thought it was over. It ain't over, y'all. It is not over. His team said he did not write that. He didn't write that, y'all. He didn't apologize. So the only person that apologized is Will Smith. So this is interesting. I love this chick on Instagram. Play the video again, will you? She be crocheting some cute jackets. Look. That's the one I have on now. The short one that she, that's the one I made. And it wasn't her pattern. I got this pattern from someplace else, but it's the same hexagon jacket. And I'm about to make another one. Um, I'm about to show y'all the colors. I hope I bought two. Oh, I did. This. And it's got glitter. Can you see the glitter? Yeah. So I'm about to make another one of these in this. Is this cotton? Yeah. Cotton sparkle yarn. So I'm gonna make another one of these jackets. I might need one more if I want to make it kind of long. But yuppers. So this is gonna be interesting. You have 20 follow. I'm already following you, right? We're already following each other. Well, that's interesting that he didn't say that. He has not apologized. So I don't know. So maybe he not gonna apologize because he don't feel like he did anything wrong. My Wi-Fi tripping. And I do not want to take this phone. Um is it not let me go to that one. Okay. Um I don't want to take this phone back to Apple. Yeah, Chris is probably waiting to see what's what. But what is he waiting for? What is he waiting for? Because if Will Smith apologized, well, he probably don't feel like he did anything wrong. He probably doesn't feel like he has anything to it say it's 7 people here, but ain't nobody talking but you, child. On my thing it says it's 7 people. But let me look and see if I can see it on here. You know how people be lurking? They be sitting. It says 7 people are watching, but ain't nobody talking but you. But I don't care. Um, you know what I do want to start doing though is having a after dark um thing where we come on sometime at night and then some of y'all come on the panel with me and we just sit and kiki and talk about stuff that we don't talk about during the day. Like real shit. I do want to do that. And if somebody wants to come on, not right now because I'm about to go because we've been on here an hour and um let me tell you why I use y'all because when I eat, I have to stay. I can't lay down for at least an hour. And I was like, oh my God, if I don't talk to somebody, I'm not just going to be able to sit up for an hour and not do anything because I crocheted earlier and I'm tired. So I was like, I'm going to just go live and whoever show up can just talk to me for like an hour. And then when I get off live, I can just lay down because, my food, um, your food digests better if you don't lay down like right after you eat. It helps with your acid reflux and stuff. So I have acid reflux and I ain't supposed to lay down after I eat, child. But I be tired. After I eat, I be want to lay down. So these are the two panels for the tank top. So now all I have to make is the side, you know, the side panel part. And I don't know how to do that, child. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though. I don't know what to do. I don't even have an idea of what to do, but I think I'm gonna figure it out. Because I usually don't do it like this, but I think I'm gonna just make a panel big enough, wide enough for hold it up to my side and make a panel and then put it on here and then make the same exact thing on the other side and pray that it's big enough for me to get in. But I made the front and the back. So I just got to make the side. But I just don't know how wide I am. Like, it seemed like I'm like this wide. I don't know, child. But I'll figure out something. So I just got to do that part. And it'll be finished. So if I go this way instead of this way, if I don't get it right, I can add to it. Yeah, I have to go this way, like this. Because then if I need some more, I can just add another row instead of going this way. But I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look. But I figured out it's a lot. Maybe I should try to find a video on how to make the sides. I don't know, that don't make no sense. I'm gonna ask my friend if she made one because I have to leave enough room for my arms to go in, but it has to be like, like this part has to be covered. It has to, because it's gonna look like this, like this type of little tank top that I have on. That's how it's supposed to look. So maybe I can put that on top of this and see how much side. I don't know, sure. I'm confusing myself even talking about it. Just like yesterday, I was trying to tell my husband something that literally was not making any sense. And I just stopped mid sentence. My brain was like, tap out. You're not making any sense. Stop. I just stopped in the middle of the sentence. It was just like, okay. We went to see Uma this weekend, and it is about a Asian lady's mother passed away, and her spirit wasn't quite ready to leave, and it was it was interesting. Have anybody heard of the nine-tailed demon? The Uma, yeah. Have you heard of the nine-tailed demon? It's a Asian um it's an Asian cultural, it's from Asian culture, but that nine-tailed demon made an appearance in this movie. For what reason, I have no idea. That's the movie, Uma, Umma. It was that was in Lovecraft Country. You know, I only saw one episode of that. That got weird quick, real fast for me. I couldn't even watch that. Is Nine Tails one of the like one of Pikachu friends? Yes. I want one. I gotta find me one of these. But it's also a oh, it's in like anime. It's also a, I guess, a demon in um Asian culture. But anyway, it was a nine-tailed fox made an appearance in this movie. For what reason, I have no idea. I swear to God, if you saw this movie, you would be so confused. Like, we went to see this movie, and it was about maybe 15 minutes away from where we live. Hey Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. How far is Concord, California?
Concord is about 18 miles away by car.
Okay, thank you. Um, so it's 22 minutes, a 22-minute drive from us. We went to see this movie, and I swear, we talked about it all the way back home. When we got home, we were still talking, trying to figure this movie out. I hate to go see movies and we have to figure it out. I think it's a Korean folklore. The lady in Lovecraft was Korean and was one of the beasts. Oh, maybe it is Korean. But it's not a folklore, it's real because I guess the stone that they had once contained the nine-tailed demon in broke recently or something. So now nine tails is supposed to be roaming the earth somewhere. As if we don't have already have enough shit going on. Now the nine-tailed fox spirit is roaming the earth. I hope it stay his ass in Korea or China or Asia or wherever it is and don't come to America with that shit. We got enough stuff going on. We don't need that. No, it's Korean. I think it's Korean. It's Asian for sure. I know it's Asian. It's probably Korean, child. But whatever it is, we don't need it over here. We got enough shit going on. We have wars and all corona and all kind of shit. We don't need no nine-tailed demon running around. This lady is on her YouTube channel putting on her makeup, but she like this. She you can tell she comfortable. She at home. She just leaned over to the side and she just like putting on her makeup, just like, girl, if you don't sit up and put that damn makeup on, I swear, y'all, she just. I ain't never seen nobody do that. I wish I could show y'all. I wish I could show y'all. She is legit leaned over, putting on her makeup. I'm so easily entertained. Girl, with my blind self, when I take my glasses off, everything is blurry because I have astigmatism. So can you imagine I have to use like a magnifying mirror to put on my makeup, or I have eyeliner all up in here everywhere because I can't see. Without my glasses, I can see the lines where the chat is, but I can't read the chat. I've been wearing glasses since I was in the first grade, unfortunately. Oh, we can do a makeup night. That'll be fun. We can all come on. Y'all can get how many people can I have on? I can only have 3 people. I can have more than that. But we can come on and I gotta find out how many people are. Where is Tina? What's been going on with Tina? And usually Tina be on here at night. Cause Tina be on her channel at night doing all kind of tricks and stuff. Doing her doing the StreamYard, playing the music in StreamYard and all kind of stuff that I haven't even figured out how to do yet. Where did she say it was? In overlay? She said it was somewhere, child. She tried to show me how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want that. Yeah, that's not it. That's not what I want. But she was trying to show me how to add the music and stuff. I don't know how to do it. Did I get yeah. I was like, did I lose the chat? I don't know. Oh, it's right here. I was saying, Lord, I done lost the chat. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, look. Oh, Tina told me. The only way you can okay. Oh Lord, what I do? Um, the only way you could do a private chat on here is if I'm talking to the guests. Like you have to be a guest to do a private chat. But yeah, we can what is Discord? Y'all have to realize that I'm 57. I don't know all these apps. What is Discord? I have heard about it before. But yeah, we can do a private thing. But y'all gotta tell me what it is though. And how to where do I need to download it? Because I need to start doing everything on my computer instead of on my phone. Because I do have a MacBook. Okay. I need to be using it. Is it like YouTube though? I probably need to Google it and see. Is it a lot of people on? I have heard other people talking about Discord though. So I'll look into it. And I'm gonna do it for real this time, not like I did um Patreon. That's as a matter of fact, while I have my computer out, I need to download Patreon on my computer instead of doing it on the phone and see, like if it looks different because whatever was going on my phone, it wasn't working and I didn't like it and it was getting on my nerves. So I'll try to do it. And I don't know where I put my passwords and stuff. So I might just have to start um another one. But I'm gonna go. You can do videos. Oh, I can. It's not quite like YouTube. But can we like chat and stuff? Can we talk to each other like we doing here on StreamYard? Is it like that or what? Because if it is, I'll do it. I ain't doing nothing else, child. I'll figure it out. I'll look into it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it now while I have the computer out because if I wait for too long, I know I ain't gonna do it because I'm gonna be asleep. Oh, it's like a chat room. I like chat. I'll do it. Let me look into it. Oh Lord, Forrest Roxton did uh uh she did a video talking about the Chris Rock and stuff. So I'm gonna go listen to her video and try to download the Patreon thing on here and see if I can get that to working. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have something different to talk because this Chris Rock thing, I done had enough. If they not gonna apologize to each other, if they want to spend the rest of their life being mad, then let them do that. But I ain't got time for that shit. Okay. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Thank you for coming and spending almost 2 hours with me. At least I know my food is digested. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye.